Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's come into a comfortable place on your mats. Let the experience of the earth be found with your body. And just start to track your body, a little bit of what's happening within your body. From the inside, you might track your body from head to toe with your attention. And starting to kind of sense the qualities of sensations in the body. Checking in and with a spacious kind of awareness, just saying hi to the different places in the body. Noticing the different moving qualities. The qualities of impermanence, of sensation. And start to connect your body a little further with the ground beneath you by sensing a little more the feel of weight. Notice the qualities of thought and emotions, and notice how they are also moving, not fixed. And keep grounding your body with the earth. And now invite awareness to any quality within you or around you that seems to be pretty silent or non-moving, still. Notice how all of these other moving targets continue to take place, while there could also be something that is still. Notice the breath as part of the movement. And stability of the earth as part of the stillness. Notice the sounds as part of the movement. And the silence behind all sounds is part of the stillness. Take a deep breath in and a breath out. Slowly start to move your body now in a way that allows you to feel natural in your movement. And then invite your way into a seated position if you're not there already. Palms to heart space, or joint at the chest or belly. And bowing to the wholeness of our being, including all that arises within it, and including the different moving elements and the still elements within it. We open with the sound of Om, a cleansing breath. Inhale. Wonderful. As you open your eyes, take your wrists and expand your arms sideways. Make some circular motions in both directions. Open and close the hands a few times and shake them up. And take a few side bends, extending through the right side of the body as you plant your left hand on the ground. Inhaling and exhaling a few times. Maybe noticing if there's any kind of subtle movements that need to happen around the shoulders at the same time. Just giving your arm and your shoulders the freedom to find movement and linking movements with the sensations and the breath. Taking it to the other side. So the good thing about noticing the moving elements within our experience is that eventually we can start to notice that if we have a disturbing thought that comes up, we know it's just going to pass. You don't have to take it so seriously, right? Same with if we have a lot of difficult emotions that arise, we can feel them knowing that they're going to pass as well. Make your way slowly into a table pose. And situate your hands under your shoulders, separate your fingers wide, and start to invite some physical movement throughout the torso, arching and curling. So all emotions, all thoughts, all sensations, they move, they come and go, including states of joy and bliss. They also go. So we can kind of start to learn how to be in the present moment and experience what comes, but not grasp onto it, to hold on to it, knowing that regardless they will move. Start to circle your hips around a little bit in different directions. And then let your body take you where it takes you from there. And at some point, your body might take you back to stillness in a child pose naturally, or it might still have some kinks and kind of places within it that are tough, that want to move around more. And just kind of noticing the physical kind of difference between movement and stillness, and how when we physically stop moving, actually, we can become even more aware of the internal movements within us. Within that aware presence, everything within us can arise and move. And take your time to make your way slowly into a downward dog. And as you get there, you might notice that you want to alternate between a child pose and a downward dog a few more times. Pedaling the feet enough to stretch the hamstrings. Maybe even elongating one leg up and releasing it, and then the other. Take a breath in and a breath out. Wonderful. Take the right leg to the sky with the inhale. On the exhale, bring your knee to the chest and curl it. Do it 3 more times. Step it forward into your warrior 1. Stabilizing the feet firm on the ground with strong roots. Breath in. On the breath out, open it up to your warrior 2. Active legs as you inhale and reverse your warrior. On the exhale, coming back through to your downward dog. Left leg rises up with the in-breath. Knee to chest curl. 3 more times. Stepping forward into your warrior 1 eventually. Rooting down to rise up, breath in. And into your warrior 2, breath out. Expand the arms open as you reverse, breath in. And on the breath out, back to your downward dog. Let's shift forward together in a plank pose. Strengthen the legs, engaging your muscles. Press the floor away. Tuck the tailbone under and draw the crown of the head forward. In the first chaturanga, you might release the knees to the ground, hugging in towards the center with those elbows lowering down for 3, 2, 1. As you land on the ground, elongate the legs all the way back. Activate the shoelace sides of the feet and open your heart. And situate yourself in your cobra pose. You might find that nice long neck drawing forward with the crown of the head. And you might also engage the pelvic floor and pull the navel in and out. Press yourself back up through your table or plank to downward dog. And take a breath in as the right leg rises up to the sky. On the out, knee to chest curl. One more time, inhale. And exhale, warrior 1. Rise high as you root down deep into the earth and open it up to your warrior 2. Take a reverse warrior as you open your side body here, relaxing left shoulder and exhaling back, this time to your plank pose. And take that baby cobra pose again, or lower down just halfway without releasing the knees to come all the way upwards into upward facing dog. Back to downward facing dog. Left leg rises up, breath in. Knee to chest, breath out. Again. And forward, warrior 1. Rising up with the in-breath. Out-breath, warrior 2. Reversing it with the inhale. Out-breath to your chaturanga dandasana. With the knees down or not. Back to your downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out. Bend your knees a lot. Press your hips back, look forward with the in-breath. On the out-breath, walk or float into a forward fold. Let the feet be hip distance apart while you lift and separate your toes, grabbing kind of the ground with the balls of the feet, ball of the big toe, ball of the little toe. Then you release the toes down and find a little bit of a suction cupping happening with the ground. Drawing the hips back, open your chest and release your hips down into a chair pose. Stay active in your feet, in your chair. Draw your hips a little bit more back for 3, 2, 1. Rise up, Tadasana. Feel the hugging of the ground with the feet and find that stability within your body, the stability of the earth, and all of the moving elements within that stability, including the breath. Let the earth's stability kind of soothe the body. Let it be that non-moving thing that stabilizes it. One more in-breath as 2 arms reach overhead. On the out-breath, sink into a chair pose this time and twist to your right. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, twist to your left. Again. Let's do 2 more times, 1 on each side. Come back to center with the in-breath. And with the out-breath, sink a little bit deeper. And take your left elbow to the inner left thigh. And open up into a twist. So you might activate thigh against elbow and elbow against thigh. If the elbow is too low, it feels too low for you, you can rise up and put the forearm to the inner thigh instead for 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Rise up with the in-breath and the out-breath to the other side. Either palms together at the heart or left arm extended up. For 3, 2, and 1. Rise up, in breath. On the out, bow, hinge from the hips, forward fold. Halfway lift with the inhale. The exhale, step back to a plank pose. Take your Chaturanga Vinyasa to down dog or hold plank for 3 breaths before down dog. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Reach the right leg up to the sky with the in-breath. And this time, see if you can stack those hips on top of one another, rooting down further with the left foot to reach higher up with the right leg. Square the hips with the in-breath. On the out-breath, bring the knee towards the chest and place the foot midway through to the front. So it's not going forward, it's going midway through. And then it's going towards the right side a little bit. Then you're going to dial both heels to the left and come into a supported side plank. Press the floor away a bit more, hollow out through that left armpit. Lift your hips a little higher and forward slightly. Deep breath in. On the breath out, come back towards the center and step the right foot forward into your warrior 1. Situate the back foot so that it's hip distance apart. Reach the arms overhead with the in-breath. Circle the arms through a little bit or the wrists through. And then interlace your hands behind the back or stack your hands on top of your sacrum. Open your heart for the in-breath. And on the out-breath, humble the warrior, drawing the chest closer towards the thigh. Maybe this is where you stay or you bow a bit more forward. Stay really active in your upper back muscles. So that's where the effort is coming through, rather than lifting so far up with the arms and yanking your shoulders. For 3, 2, and 1. Rise back up, palms to heart space. We're going to come into tree pose. So you're going to actively shift forward to stabilize your balance first. And then either bring that heel to the ankle or the shin or the inner thigh. Activate leg against leg. Grow tall. And keep your gaze on something stable in front of you, on the ground, a few feet in front of you. And if the heart wants to open a little more, you might expand your arms sideways and upwards. Good. And from here, prepare to land back into a crescent lunge, nice and slow. From crescent, coming into warrior 2. Once you arrive to warrior 2 here, switch legs and face the back with your warrior 2 on the other leg. And as you find the stability of the feet, reverse the warrior with in and breath. And as you breathe out, come into a side angle lunge. Notice what is moving within your experience and what is stable within your experience. One more in-breath. On the out, rise back up and slowly turn back to the front, stabilizing yourself in your crescent, bending back knee a lot to tuck the pelvis under. And from here, taking your way into some dips down and up. So as you dip down, you might bring the hands under the front thigh and rise back up. Or you might keep the palms at heart space if that gives you a bit more stability within this movement, so you can really focus on the legs. Strong core connection. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Make your way into a nice long-legged pose and turn to the left and back to center a couple of times. Once you eventually face forward, have both hips face forward as much as possible. Then activate both feet firm into the earth as you bow forward into pyramid pose. Find the stability of the feet as they connect to the earth. And let the rest of the elements just move. through your awareness. Nice. Take a breath in, and on the breath out, walk the back foot forward into a forward fold. Sink down into a chair pose. Open your heart. This time expanding your arms forward. Sinking just a little lower. Find a place where your pelvis is in a neutral spot. It's not overarching back. Sink a little bit deeper for 3, 2, and 1. Rise, breath in, and breath out. Notice everything settling down to the ground. Breath evening out. And we'll start again. Inhale, arms overhead, breath in. On the out, bow, forward fold. Half lift with the in-breath. The out-breath takes you back, either to down dog, skipping your vinyasa, or taking your chaturanga dandasana back to down dog. Breathe it in as the left leg rises up. And this time the hip dials open. Keep active in that left hand even more than usual. And then squaring the hips with the in-breath. Out-breath, knee to the chest as you curl. Inhale, lengthen back. And exhale, stepping forward for your warrior 1. Oh, I forgot. All right, come back to down dog. Elongate that left leg up. Step it halfway through to the side. Then dial heels over for that side plank. For 3, 2, and 1. Step the foot forward now for warrior 1. Rise up. And either hands behind the sacrum again or interlace behind the back. Find the stability of your feet, then hinge forward. And see what happens if you activate those feet into the ground more and isometrically kind of press them apart. Good. Slowly rise back up. Palms back to the heart space, preparing for that tree pose. I'd like to come into it with attentiveness to that standing leg. And with my gaze at a point that's non-moving. And once the stability is found, then the movement can occur within that holding space. It's like this dance between the yin and the yang. the feminine and masculine energies within the universe. Finding balance between the two. And preparing for movement now, I like to bring palms together so that there is this sense of stability, and then a stepping back into your crescent. And as you arrive, coming into Warrior Two, on the other side of the room, bending the right knee, with this spacious opening around the heart space. And as you reverse your warrior, take a breath in and breathing it out for a side angle. Notice the silence, which holds all sounds. And the stillness, which holds all movement. Take an in-breath and release out of the pose. And slowly turn to face the front again into a crescent lunge. Again, either use the movement of the arms as you go up and down, or keep them at heart space as you dip and extend. Exhale down, inhale up. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Stabilize the feet long and turn towards the right side a couple of times to loosen up through the hip. Square the hips firm. And if you want a bit of a heart opener before going down, you might either re-interlace the hands or just draw the chest open for a couple of breaths. That can feel really lovely. Eventually coming back through neutral, stabilizing your pelvis as you bow forward. Deep breath in, long breath out. One more time, in and in out. Take a breath in, and on the breath out, walk the back foot forward into a forward fold. Grab a hold of the big toes with the first 2 fingers, drawing the elbows a bit more sideways, maybe bending the knees to get the belly a bit closer. Let go of the neck. Release the hands. Drop the hips down for another chair pose. Palms come to heart space with the in-breath. On the out-breath, find a twist to the side again. If you like to take your hands up and over the opposite thigh, that's fine too. Or you might release or squat down a bit more to release that left hand down to the ground. Back to center with the in-breath and the out-breath to the other side. Good. Come back to center with the in-breath and rise with the arms. On the out-breath, bow, forward fold. Half lift with the in-breath. Out-breath, plant palms, step back, plank pose. Lower your knees to the ground. Lift your feet off the ground. Draw your chest more forward. Don't drop your hips though. Good. Now hug the elbows towards the midline and lower it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and press back up. 3, 2, 1. Don't go too far down. Nice and slow, and then nice and slow up. This will start to fire up those arms. Stacy's giving me a dirty look. All right. Elbows in. Slow, 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 slow. And then slow, 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 slow. Let's do one more time. Slow, down, down, down. And slow, up, up, up. Now lower all the way down, nice and slow. And lengthen those legs back to open your heart. We're going to take a cobra pose, but with the arms expanded. Stretch those biceps a little bit. Yeah. And then lift the legs as well. Three more long breaths in and out. Last one. And relax. Notice all that's moving within you while you come to stillness. There might be certain thoughts that move, like, oh, thank God, or like, oh, that was whatever, like anything that comes, just notice it. Or you might notice the heart beating really fast. So all we're doing is trying to train this mind to notice what's present versus getting lost in some past story or projection into the future. And then lift your chest a little bit higher and bring your left forearm to the ground just to support yourself. We're going to bend the right knee for a quad stretch. And then from that quad stretch, we'll extend the right leg back against the arm and lift the chest just a little bit lower. You might even extend your left arm forward and your left leg up or not. Yeah. You might be perfect where you are. Yeah, know when that is. Know when it's not necessary to move. Slowly release. Take the quad stretch on the other side. And then press back again for this reclined dancer pose, really. And after that, we're going to take it into a standing dancer just to feel the difference or the similarities, really. With the assistance of the rootedness into the ground while we're standing. And release. Shake it up a little. Good. Let's press ourselves back up into a reverse push-up. Curl the toes under. Squeeze your legs. Use your out breath to hug in towards the center and press up. And back to downward dog. Good. Take the right leg up towards the sky. You might now bend the knee to dial the hip open and flip your dog. And as you return to the center, we're going to take it into a step forward for Warrior One. As you rise up, breath in. And with the breath out, start to shift forward to come into a dancer pose now. So you're going to stabilize your standing pose first. Maybe take a minute to feel your left toe on the ground. Once you feel the roots firm, grab a hold of your left ankle and reach your right arm up. Either work here or hinge forward. Press back as firmly as you hinge forward for 3, 2, 1, and land the foot back in Warrior Two, coming into a goddess pose. Heels in, toes out, sink down. Expand the arms sideways and squeeze your upper back muscles. For 3, 2, and 1. Rise back up. Turn towards me. Crescent lunge. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, bow. Forward fold, plant palms, step back into down dog or vinyasa through to your down dog. The left leg rises up with the in-breath, maybe flipping the dog if you did it on the other side. Coming through into a Warrior One. rise with an in-breath. On the out-breath, either stabilizing hands on hips or keeping palms together, prepping for dancer. For 3, 2, 1, land the foot back and come into a wide-legged stance facing the side. Let's take that heart opener again like we did earlier. Draw the chest forward and up. Squeeze your glutes and press them forward. And either keeping hands at the chest or opening up through the heart. One more in-breath. On the out, come back to neutral and bow forward, forward fold. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Rise into a halfway lift and walk your hands towards your left foot into a runner lunge. Plant the palms down, step back to downward dog or vinyasa through to downward dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. One more in breath and an out breath. All right, let's do this core thing that I want to do with you guys. Release your knees to the ground. Cross your feet and sit down onto the ground. Maybe a quick drink. Here's your drink. No drink. Okay. So we're going to do this thing. I'm going to show it to you first. With the in-breath, you're going to squeeze your thighs, your knees towards one another. And with the out-breath, you're going to press your thighs against the hands and the hands against the thighs while pressing your lower back into the ground. Cool? All right, let's do it. So find that place where the legs are parallel to the ground. Hug your knees towards one another. Plant your hands on top of your thighs. Squeeze the knees with the inhale. With the exhale, press thighs against hands and hands against thighs and back into the ground. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, press. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, press. In, out. In, out. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now squeeze and press for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach those legs up towards the sky. Take your hands behind your head, elbows wide open. Interlace the hands behind the head. Tuck the chin towards the chest so that the neck is nice and long. And let's do 30 sit-ups. I forgot the name. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was too easy. Let's do 10 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job, you guys. Release and extend your legs all the way down. Find that big stretch throughout your belly. Big, 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 big stretch. And then take your way into a reclining twist to the left. Let those knees drop. Notice all the moving pieces settling slowly down. Keep your awareness on the moving sensations in the body. The sense of embodied presence is so beautiful. Don't go anywhere else. Stay here with us. And then coming back to the center to turn to the other side of the twist. Nice. And start to bend the knees to come back to neutral. Place the feet under the knees and prep for a bridge pose. Activate those arms into the earth as the heels press down. Start to lift your hips upward. We're going to do 3 bridges all together. The second or third bridge could turn into a wheel if that's in your practice. Stay active in those heels, isometrically drawing them back a bit. Active through the forearms. And a slow release back down. Take a moment here just to reset. And then take it into the second bridge. Active heels, hips lift, active forearms. Tailbone tucks under. Rib cage tries not to bulge out too much, maintaining neutral alignment of the spine. And a slow release back down. And take a moment to reset. And again, into either bridge or a wheel pose if it's in your practice. Active heels, press up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slow release. And pull the knees towards the chest, giving them a little squeeze. And take the knees sideways as you grab a hold of your ankles or feet together. And from here, we're going to come into a reclining pigeon. If you prefer a different kind of pigeon, feel free to take that. Crossing the right ankle on top of the left thigh. Either staying here for a while, if this is plenty for you, just working on externally rotating that right hip, or eventually pulling the left knee towards the chest, interlacing hands behind the thigh or the shin. And let the expansiveness of the silence as a palpable presence hold this posture and hold your body. Hold all the movements. One more in-breath and out-breath. Release the left foot under the left knee. Extend the right leg up towards the sky. And slowly start to release that extended leg down to the ground and back up. Just a few times. Good. As the right leg extends all the way down, just take a moment to feel it. Then bend both knees and cross the left ankle on top of the right thigh. Remaining here or going a little further like you did before. And 3 more breaths. Slowly release and extend the left leg upwards. And slowly release it down. Good, and as you fully extend that left leg, drop it to the ground and bring the right sole of the foot to the inner left thigh, like a reclining tree. Stay here for a while and then switch to the other side, or come into Supta Baddha Konasana, whichever one you prefer. If you are in reclining tree on one side, feel free to switch to the other side. And as you finally find that ultimate sense of rest in your shavasana, let the body come into it on its own terms, with any amount of support. And again, that ultimate question, what is here now, when there is no problem to solve? When we drop out of our habitual problem-solving pattern, what remains? Maybe you might encounter a certain peacefulness, or silence that's still. When the movement of the mind isn't our focal attention, what is that remains? Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchitananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase Take a breath in and a breath out. And slowly start to find some movements waking yourself up in a way that is super gentle, and deciding if you want to roll over onto your side, to do it gently. And if you rolled over onto your side, slowly come back up to your meditative seat. And bring the hands to heart space, maybe stacked on top of the torso. And taking a final moment together in stillness. And just acknowledging each other's presence. By feeling our bodies. At the same time as feeling the other people in the room. And closing together with the sound of Om, a cleansing breath. Inhale. Thank you for allowing me to teach you today. The Great Spirit within me bows to the Great Spirit within you. Namaste. Have a great day, everybody. See you soon.